Good day, my friends. Today I will be showing you how to add a new email account address to Mozilla Thunderbird, which is an email client for your own computer, local, versus email clients on the web like Google, Gmail, Yahoo email, MSN email, AOL email, Hotmail, all of that stuff. Those are web-based email accounts. This is Mozilla Thunderbird is similar to Microsoft's Outlook or Outlook Express, and there's many others pieces of software that are used as email clients. Okay, to start with, let's take a look at Mozilla Thunderbird. This is my group of inbox. I've got 4 email accounts already going in this, so you can have multiple accounts, inboxes for each one. And so what I'm going to do is add another one. And what you need to do is either you click on the name of the email account itself and it brings up a list of options menu, or you can go up to File in the menu bar and point to New and pick New Mail Account. So that's for opening a new mail account. In this case, we're just going to click on Create a New Account. And this version of Thunderbird has made it very easy to set up a new account. It's almost all automatic and it's almost perfect, but no, it doesn't get all the details right, and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Okay, to start with, let's go to, I'm already logged into my cPanel for one of the websites that I host, that I'm a webmaster for, and this cPanel is the background, the back-end control of the hosting of a website account. So I've got this one email here already, admin at handsomeincome.com, which is one of my websites, and I'll just select it, right-click on it, and then click Copy. I will go back over to Thunderbird, and what I want to do is first I'll put the name that I want the people who receive mail from this account. I want to put the name that they'll see when they get an email from me. So I'll put Handsome Income Admin. Come down to the next box and I'll just paste that email address that I copied. Then I'll put my password in for that email account. That's made in the cPanel and when you create the email account. I hope that's right. We'll find out. You want to make sure that Remember Password is checked. That way you don't have to put in your password every time you go into your mail account and send or receive mail. Okay, we'll click Continue. It automatically logs in. If the login is not correct, it'll put a error message right up here for you. And it looks like with the green buttons, it looks like everything was, put together properly, and the account is now created. I am going to, okay, with that being done, I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Account. You do have a manual setup where you can go in and change little things. But I'll go ahead and click on Create Account. Now it is actually going in and getting all of the data that it needs to fully create the account. This process here was just it talking back and forth and making sure it connected properly and logged in properly. And that is all there is to it. Almost. We got a couple of corrections to make, and I'll show you those. But other than that, if it worked perfectly, that would be all there is to it. There's my email account that I just put in, and here's the inbox. Okay, now what we have to do, oh, looks like I've already got a lot of mail. Okay, I can see now that I'm receiving my mail properly, and I expected that. With the setup, when you create the account, it does the incoming email properly. So it looks like I'm receiving my emails. The date is from the oldest to the newest, and I'm going to change that. There's a little gray arrow right here, and I'll put it like this. And now I've got the most recent email on top. Okay, now we've got, I'm going to go ahead and test it again. We'll go to my Gmail account, click on Compose Mail. Send it to that email address I just added to Thunderbird. Okay, and that's all it is. We're just going to send a test email. Make doubly sure. We'll go back over. There's my Thunderbird notification that I got an email. And since it's already collected, we'll click on the Get Mail. But oh, okay. There it is. There's the email I just sent. So, like I said, receiving is working properly. Now we got to test the outgoing and send a reply. Now, Thunderbird by default puts the original message at top and wants you to put your reply message on the bottom. I personally like to have my reply underneath or over the original message, and that can be changed in the account settings. But anyway, right now, I'll send out an outgoing, and it's not going to work. There's my message to say that it's failed, and it's failed because of some kind of security thing that goes on, having to do specifically with this designation of Start TLS, which is some kind of security feature. So anyway, it's saying switch off Start TLS for that server or contact your service provider. Okay, well, I'm going to switch it off. I'll just get rid of the email for the moment. And I'll come here to the email account I just added. Here's view settings for this account. Now, if you also use Thunderbird and you do this, pay attention because you're going to have to do this as well. Okay, here's the listing for each of the email addresses. Here's the one I'm working on. What I need to go do is come down here to security. Okay, and oops, I'm sorry. Go to server settings. Okay, and here's our Start TLS. Okay, this is for incoming, and incoming works, so we're not going to mess with that. Okay, these are all settings for your incoming mail mainly, some outgoing stuff, but when you're dealing specifically with sending your outgoing email, then you come down here to the outgoing server, which is the last item on this list. And we pick out our email address that we're working with. There it is, adnetenhancementincome.com. Okay, we'll select that. Here it gives us a little bit of the information. There's the Start TLS, which is what we're going to change. Now, the other thing that Thunderbird doesn't, it gets what it sees, but unfortunately, this normally, the port is not the right one. That's true with every one of those email addresses that I've added. So let's change both of those two items. We select the email account we're going to work with, click Edit. Okay, it tells you right here, default port is usually 25. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. And then here's your start TLS, and we'll change this to SSL TLS. And that should be all we have to do. And now, okay, you click OK on it, you click OK here, and now you go back and try sending a message again. So we're going to use my test message. We're going to click Reply. And click Send. And it is gone. Okay, we'll come back over to my Gmail account, and there it is right there. There's the original one. There's the reply. So everything is working cool. Since this is just a test message, we don't need to keep it. I'll delete it. Come back over here, and another thing I want to show you is how to make folders. You'll see here I've made some folders for each of these accounts. Okay, and how you make folders. Now, it sets itself up with a couple of default folders. Okay, it looks like it set up its junk folder on its own, which was nice. I don't have to do that. Okay, so how you make folders is under the email account you want to make a folder for. You select Inbox, you right click, and come down here to New Folder. And I'll just make one for support tickets. And there's our folder right there. Now, the easiest way to move emails from the inbox into the folder is just to click on it, hold your left mouse button down, and drag it to the folder, put it on top of it. The folder will turn blue, and you drop it in. There's your email, moved out of the inbox into the folder. You can also move multiple emails if you hold down, if you select one and you hold down your Shift key, you can select all of the emails that are above on the one you selected and below down to the one you select at the bottom, all the ones in between. Okay, if you want to pick and choose, then you hold down the Control key and you select whichever ones you want to add or subtract, and it keeps the selection for the other ones. Okay, so those are your two ways of selecting multiple emails, the Shift key and the Control key, and that pretty much takes care of what I needed to tell you.